And
was off the college and works left into the hands of Burke for two. Good win. Being guarded by out. Worked Cantrell back to beat the hands for another three by beat. Get through. Now, shot is up. And no good. Now into the hands up. F. Christian Broncos putting up a shot now on the right elbow. As that will be another three, back-to-back threes by Isaiah Blanton, as well as the first one made by Tyler Beatty. Into the corner, Goodwin tries to answer. Instead, he'll try and dribble amongst two players, and there will be a foul called. It'll be out of bounds, a bit of a late call, as that foul will go against Isaiah Blanton. 7-3 is the score. Passing in and will be Savory. Substitutions for Boyd as Edgar Morales for the first time. Pardon me. Goodwin. 7-4. Of Savory pulling in. 1-3. Getting that Saints. Wow.
supporting Go Broncos from Tennessee.
Broncos from Tennessee. 3, a 9-point lead. Around and into the front court. Figure will still be met by two balls. line. As Central needs to figure out this defense being applied by Boyd. And a kick ball right there by FC Boyd as Colin Stubblefield kicks it up and into the hands of Enfinger. Pass back to Goodwin. Right elbow extended. Constantly met with a double. Up to Enfinger. Down low. Looks like he ball. Into the hands. And the first free throw is up, and this one will be right through for Savory. 12-4 is the score. Up and off the iron. Quickly comes back into the front court, into the lane. Shot is up, and this is going to be level. Trail. Pardon me, that was David Enfinger. It'll go back into the possession of Boyd. Really basketball. And floater in the lane. Goodwin has Goodwin.
And
he is a win.
it's God, they'll
Teams
Water Christian in a education college.
and is a quarter-court. No good for the NACA.
Go for 6, 7, 4. Team on for your call.
Shot comes down with the rebound. Avery with the 19-14 now. Right back down to 5.
Very impressive for
They'll get into the battle for the flip.
so you gotta play some defense here.
Lead. Point up. Down. And the ball will sail off. Central looking to pass it. Avery has it. He'll pass it to Bethel. Has it again. Hands for 3. Finger into the lead. He's having good one. Stubblefield the first on
Really doing
Central. Knocked down Tyler Pomale.
coach played a
Boy. Throw
8 points.
18. He's good. Can make a TV show. And full time out. Buddy, go ahead and as well. 31 to 22 here. 4:26 left in the second.
Listening to Indiana SRN, home for God's Word 24/7 and sports. Back live in Dayton, Tennessee, here's Brent.
Bringing the ball up the court. It will be Colin Stubblefield. He'll work it right side into the lane. A good move, and the shot will be off the side by Isaiah Blanton. But there's Morales for another putback. Morales, 2 quick production points down low in the paint. As Savory has it, he'll work bait line, blocked by Morales. It'll be slowed down now by Stubblefield. Working it over into the hands of Blanton. Now back, and that's going to be a travel call on Pomales. Travel on Pomales.
Kind of like what Coach said there. Wait, take the step, dribble the ball.
Good one. Into the lane. Pass back down to Bethel. I tell you what, if Bethel can stay out of foul trouble, that kid can do work down low.
8 points on today.
33-24. Back down to 9. Pass down low, intended for Tyler Beatty, will be no good, out of bounds. Substitution bringing Cantrell back in, giving a rest to Blanton. We want to thank Toccoa Falls College as well as Bob Jones University for sponsoring this game. Steal here. Up into the left corner. 3-point shot is up by Pomales. That's going to be no good. Quickly and finger back. Gets into the front court. Passes off. Baseline shot. Berger. Arcing shot is good. 33-26. That's his 4th point. 3:10 left here in the first half. Walking it up the court now. Into the lane. Passes it off. Into the hands of Pomales. As his baseline shot. Answers the shot from Berger. Quickly. Goodwin has it. Pardon me, that's Savory. Savory gets up. That's going to be a charge. There to take it is Morales. As Savory is hurt. He's holding his shoulder. We've got to see exactly what's going on with him. As with the injury, we'll also take a step aside ourselves. Score here in an exciting back and forth game. 35-26, 2:51 left in the first half.
Time for Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
Faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغيير الدنيا داير وزار.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
We'll give you another checkup on him. Pass down low. It's Judkins again, up and in. And a made basket with a 3-point opportunity. But more importantly, the more important three in that one will be the third foul. Oh, wow. Didn't you think they were going to give that one to Bethel?
Yeah. They gave it to...
Couldn't even tell who else they could give it to. Instead, I thought that was on Bethel. Coming back, this free throw was missed. Goodwin catches it. He's going to call a timeout, falling out of bounds. In college, that's not allowed. No, but they're going to say he was on the line.
They called that foul on Enfinger, which would be his first.
Enfinger picked up the foul, and what looked clearly to be a foul on Bethel. Boyd has it. 37-26, 11-point lead. Into the lane, passing it out. 3-point attempt now. This one's going to be off and picked back up and put on Stubblefield. Done by Colin Stubblefield. Pass it back behind his back and into the lane. Shot is good by Lane Cantrell. Goodwin has it now. Left corner. He works up into the front post. Has it. Looks inside. Instead will shoot it up and no good. Rebound falls out in the hands of Bethel. Bethel put up the shot but will be blocked from behind. Foul. As Bethel goes to the free throw line. That foul will be on Stubblefield. Bethel's first free throw is up and short.
8 points on the early morning game.
Down by 13, though. Really needs some more point production here. As well as defense. 39 in the first half. Bethel able to knock in the second. Gets the shooter's roll. 39-27. Into the front court. It's Colin Stubblefield. Behind the back dribble. Gets into the lane. Passes it off to Judkins. Back up top to Key Beatty. Beatty dribble in from the three-point line is off. As the rebound now falls into the hands of, that would be Tyler Hess, tipped from behind and stolen. It'll now be Boyd's ball yet again. Passed over right side. Into the lane, Stubblefield shot up, no good. But he's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul will go on Berger. That's Berger's second foul. As you are hearing this game right now on the NACA networks as well as Indiana SRN.org.
Where you're always in the game.
Perfect completion there, coach. Into the hands of Berger. Berger tried to pass down to Bethel, almost tipped up and in by Morales. But there's going to be a travel on Morales. That'll give it right back to Central. 40-27, a 13-point game now. Left side lane will be Enfinger. Enfinger goes into Goodwin's shot at the right elbow, and he's able to knock down the triple. Big shot needed there as the half is closing down under a minute. 40-30, a 10-point lead. Calling out the play will be Stubblefield. Thought about the three, instead goes down to Beatty. Beatty step back shot is good. Beatty is able to bring back a 12-point lead, 42-30. This pass is tipped and stolen by Stubblefield. Stubblefield into the front court. He'll slow it down. 30 seconds left. And this ball is stolen by Berger. No one in front of Berger. His lay-in is good. Andrew Berger brings it back within 10. Now it's Stubblefield. 18 seconds. Had his picket pocket last time. Pocket picked, pardon me. As it's now kicked out. 3-point shot. No good by Stubblefield. And another one by Cantrell. This one's also off the mark. And a rebound by Bethel. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1. And that'll be the end of the first half here. With the score, FC Boyd 42 and Central Christian Saints 32. Stay tuned here for a little bit of a halftime wrap-up as well as the start of the second half of the first semifinal game.
The gospel is that there is this infinite, almighty, all-knowing, all-powerful creator God that created all things for his glory. And you and I have belittled that, belittled his name, belittled his glory. Every one of us have at one time or another, or actually currently, believe that our way is better than God's. We fail to acknowledge, give him glory for the gifts he's given us. We question his rule and his authority, while at the same time doing that with the brain he gave us and holds together, and the lungs and the air that he gave us to breathe with. This is the great blasphemy of the universe. So we've all belittled God, and God, being just, right, and holy, is not going to allow the belittlement of his name. God then, not being able to spare wrath, sends Christ in the flesh and crushes him. And in so doing, pours out his wrath against the children of God onto the Son, killing him. Then God raises him from the dead, and that same power that raised Christ from the dead is now at work in those who would believe. This is the gospel. That you and I have right standing before God, not by our efforts, not by our works, not by our skill, not by whether or not we cuss or don't cuss, drink or don't drink, watch this, don't watch this, do this, don't do that. Justified before God by the cross of Christ alone. Your lust, you're not going to be able to fix it. Your bitterness, you're not going to be able to fix it. Your rage, anger, those deviances that have been following you around, you don't possess the power of life and death. You can't resurrect anything. Christ can. That's the good news. That's why we don't celebrate us. That's why we continually celebrate him. We boast in the cross and the cross alone. The same power that is at work in raising Christ from the dead is at work in me and work in all who believe. This is the gospel.
Indiana SRN wants to thank all of our brave soldiers, sailors, and airmen for their dedication, service, and sacrifice for defending our freedoms and way of life. Indiana SRN wants to thank you for serving our country and risking your lives for our freedoms. May God guide and protect you in all that you do for our families. Stay strong and know we are praying and thinking of you all every day. God bless our military and the United States of America.
You're listening to Indiana SRN, home for God's Word 24/7 and sports. Well, welcome back and live back from Dayton, Tennessee. Here's your halftime score. FC Boyd is leading 42-32 over Central Christian Saints. Thank you for listening from Alabama and Tennessee. And Central Christian has done very well this second quarter as they have scored 22 and FC Boyd has scored 23. For brief encounter as we are going back live on the NACA TV radio network. Here's your scoring. Stutterfield has 1 for FC Boyd, Morales 2, Jenkins 10, Terry 3, Beatty 10, Cartel 5, and Blankton 7, and Morales has 2. For the Christian Saints, you have 6 points for Berger, 8 points for Goodwin, 2 points for Enfinger, 3 points for Savory, 3 points for Sweet, and 9 points for Bethel. There's your score, 42-32. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You're listening to the NACA Nationals on the NACA National Radio and TV Network on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
What is the church? Is the church a building? Is the church a pastor? Or the staff? Is the church the music? The tradition? Or the ministries? These are all good things, but they are not the church. Take them away, and the church is still here. Why? Because you are still here. The church is you. The church is you with a purpose. The church is you on a mission. The church is you with a plan. A simple plan to plug into God at a weekend service, to charge up in a small group community, to live out using your gifts and passions, and to pass on your faith to those who do not know Christ. When you and I live like this, all the things we used to do in church become things we do as the church. God desires it. The world needs it. And we are called to be it. What is the church? The church is you.
You're listening to Indiana SRN, home for God's Word 24/7 and sports.
Time for Fit Life Radio. I'm Jimmy Page. One of the most profound yet simple and effective marketing slogans in the history of the world has got to be just do it. Every single person.
And Brent Young, 42-32. We're ready for the second half. We are ready to rock and roll in this second half of this semifinal. Here's Brent.
Second half of the semifinal here, as you mentioned, the 10-point game. Central Christian Saints find themselves a little bit down here by Boyd. Boyd had themselves a great first half. That'll be the third foul on Berger. Big foul there. Pass will now be into the hands of Boyd. Boyd works it around the top of the key. Isaiah Blanton now into the hands of Beatty. Back over to Stubblefield. Stubblefield back to Beatty. Beatty spots up. His shot is going to be long. And this will go down to Goodwin. Goodwin works it back up in the hands of Enfinger. Enfinger and Goodwin have their typical good halves. Bethel had foul trouble, but also had a good second quarter. His first shot in the second half is no good. And it will be brought up by Cantrell. Cantrell works around Stubblefield. Back to Cantrell in the right corner. Dribbles into the lane. His shot floating is no good. Beatty with a big putback. 44-32. Yet again, it is pushed up by Enfinger. Enfinger works it over to Savory. Almost stolen there in the front by Blanton. Instead corralled by Christian Goodwin. His shot in the lane is up and blocked. Bethel has it, and he'll put it back up. No good. Coming down with the rebound will be Lane Cantrell. Whoa. Almost a moving pick in the front of the half-court line. Instead, it'll be worked around. A three-point shot is no good. Rebound down by Bethel. Minute 30 into the third quarter here. Into the hands of Savory. Savory tries to go over to Goodwin, almost stolen. Goodwin will go in. His shot is going to be short off the front iron. Cantrell has it. Working it up slowly will go left side. Receiving a screen now will be Blanton. Worked around into the hands of Cantrell. Cantrell goes down low. Beatty, great positioning, and his lay-in will be good. 46-32. He has 5 points on the game.
14.
As he is able to continue his strong shooting. Another miss inside by Berger. 46-32. Pass in down low. A travel before Judkins made his move. Berger will pass it inbounds. Enfinger now in possession. Pardon me, crosses the timeline. His shot in the lane is up and good. Enfinger. Couple solid drives on the night. He's got 4. 46-34, back down to 12. Working into the front court will now be Cantrell. Passes it around, top of the key. Into the lane. Pass back. 3 by Cantrell on the way, and that'll be no good. Rebound pulled down by Stubblefield. This one stolen by Goodwin. Might be a late foul call. And I just believe it might be a kick ball. Kick ball, so it'll stay here with Boyd. Cantrell has it. Looks to pass it in, down low. Beatty cuts it under. His shot up, no good. Beatty tries to save it inbounds, and it will be taken by Goodwin. Staying here with Boyd. 4:42 in the third quarter. Beatty will pass inbounds. Gets it to Stubblefield. Stubblefield top of the key. Works it around right side. Into the lane. Shot is up, and this one's going to be no good. And it's going to be a foul, though. That foul will go on Goodwin. They're going to say it was on the floor on the drive. That's Christian Goodwin's first foul. Boyd has it. Looks to go down low. Pass into Beatty. Beatty finishes at the rim.
16 points for Beatty on the night.
1-6. 16 points. 48-34. Long 3 by Savory as his rainbow is off the mark. Coming back quickly is Boyd. Boyd to the front court. And the lay-in is no good. And that will be the third foul on Bethel. As going to the free throw line will be Isaiah Blanton.
You got to keep Bethel in the game. And then you have to work. You got to work the ball inside. As
Bethel has the contact issues. He'll be right back. As Hess will sub in for Savory. Contact issues. We delay a little bit. We wait for free throw here. As Bethel finally gets the contact solution, he'll try and get ready here. As it will be in for him. He is going to have a substitution as Seeley will come in.
Yeah, you can't leave the floor unless you have permission by the officials, and I don't know if he did or not. Second free throw is good.
As the second free throw was good. Bringing it up into the front court is Enfinger. Enfinger has the ball taken and stolen now. Passed back into the hands of, I do believe this will now be Stubblefield. Stubblefield has it. His team up 16. Looking to go into the championship game. Morales with the miss, with the rebound miss. Back out. And it's going to be a walk on Beatty. Trying to make a move towards the basket. Just under halfway through the third quarter here. It's been all FC Boyd Broncos. Enfinger has it. Looks to get into the lane. Good defensive denial again as Boyd is right there. Goodwin has it. He will be stolen from behind. Yet again, Goodwin tries to get it back, and this will be kicked by the ref right back into the hands of Stubblefield. Stubblefield into the front court. Looks left, elbow, and Blanton had it. Morales, good back down, and he cannot lay it in. 50-34, up into the front court. Three-point shot is on the way by Goodwin, and it will be long. Rebounded down by Beatty. Separation being applied now by Boyd. Started the second half with a 10-point lead. Now up to 6, now up to 8. And Beatty has the opportunity to make it 9 at the free throw. As you can see right there, with Bethel out of the ball game, they went right back down low to Beatty.
And Beatty is now with 18 points, leading scorer of all the players that are on the floor. Beatty has had a great game.
Beatty with a great game so far.
19 points, 53-34. Stretch this a little bit, a couple more points, you really can go into the fourth quarter feeling pretty comfortable.
That's what this team's looking to do. Scores 19. Goodwin has it down low to Bethel. That'll be a charge on Goodwin. Standing there with good positioning was Morales. Substitution here coming back in will be Robert Selleck, giving a rest to Stubblefield with his team up by 19. Devin Terry with the basketball, passes back to Selleck. Cross court back up to Morales. Into the corner. Three was thought about by Cantrell. He'll get inside closer instead. As the ball will be taken, put up by Selleck, no good. Another rebound falls in Selleck's hands. Offensive, gives it back into the hands of Cantrell. Cantrell will slow it out for Boyd.
Great offensive set here.
Now it'll be worked around. Into the hands of Terry. Terry worked over to Cantrell. Cantrell down low. Morales, good positioning. A push from behind, no called, as it will be rebounded. Back comes Central. Central into the front court. Passes out to Berger. Berger for three. Short. Here comes Boyd. Devin Terry. Head coach Buddy Majors has taken off his suit jacket. As it will be passed down low. Great pass, but not a great finish by Tyler Judkins. Back comes Enfinger. Enfinger tries to finish at the rim, nothing. Bethel gets it, no good. A little bit of block there. Brought back by Cantrell. Cantrell looking to add more to this lead. And he'll step on the sideline. And that'll come back into the hands of the Central Christian Saints. Will Savory will check back in, giving a rest to Tyler Hess with 1:48 left here in the semifinal game. Third quarter. Enfinger with the ball. Enfinger will work it into the hands of Savory. Down low as it'll be passed up and a walk. It's a travel by Bethel. Shuffled his feet in the post. Double teamed. As they have a substitution, Boyd coming in will be Blaine Wilson.
I think he has now, Coach Majors has used every player on his lineup.
Every player touched the court so far for Boyd. Down low into the hands of Morales. Pass over to Judkins. Judkins misses last attempt down low, and this one will be swatted by Bethel. Berger into the front line. His shot is up, no good, but it was a blocking foul. That blocking foul will go against Devin Terry. That'll send to the free throw line Andrew Berger.
I tell you what, young men can do that. There's no way I'd take that hit. That's a tough hit.
Keith did take a charge yesterday, though.
I did.
Birthday boy took it, absorbed the contact, almost lost his chair, but still survived. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw, just as good as a double cheese
Berger.
Now the ball is passed in. Blaine Wilson has it up into the hands of, that'll be Robert Selleck. Selleck almost loses it, gets it back, and the ball will now be stolen as Goodwin has it. Trying to bring his team back within 15. Goodwin into the front court. His flip shot up, no good. Rebound by Bethel. Bethel put back, no good. Another rebound by Bethel down low. Bethel put back, another miss, but he will get rewarded with his effort with a foul. Go to the line to shoot two.
Junkins on the foul. That's his first.
First shot rattles in and through. That's going to be his 10th point. Not 55. As Bethel throws it in, no good on the second attempt. This one will be stolen by Goodwin. Goodwin has the opportunity to bring his team within another deficit, but this will be stolen by Devin Terry. Laid in, and that's going to be an intentional foul by Goodwin. You can't do that. It's going to be Christian Goodwin's third foul.
Why that is an intentional foul is he was clear to the basket, both hands on the back, and the nice little shove, and that's great officiating, and we just don't want these players to get hurt here. I don't think there's any harm.
Right.
There was intent to harm. Just
right.
You just want the safety for the players.
Right. Free throws will be taken by Devin Terry. He knocks down both of the intentional fouls. As we've got a full timeout by FC Boyd. They had another substitution. Jaden Reno checked in. And we'll go ahead and step aside with a full timeout ourselves. 55-37, 18-point lead.
For every touchdown, basket, and goal. Contact Mr. Wizard, 317-443-0052. You're listening to Indiana SRN, home for God's Word 24/7 and sports.
Selleck gets it in as Boyd has themselves a comfortable lead of 18. Shot will be no good. Morales had it. A big tumble to the floor as the three-point shot is put up no good by Devin Terry. Back comes the Saints. This ball will be stolen and laid in. Then another intentional foul there by Berger. As that was a foul that really could have ended with an injury. Took out the legs of Robert Selleck. That's going to be his fourth foul. Selleck's first free throw is good. Score now 56-37. as the second free throw for the Broncos, and Robert Selleck is good.
Now with this 20-point lead, what Boyd will do, because I'm sure what he would want to do, Coach Majors want to do, is rest some players so you'll watch the deliberate offense. I don't know if they'll still attack the ball as aggressive as it have been.
That'll be Blaine Wilson with the ball top of the key. Couple of crossover dribbles. And they're going to call a 5-second call. That'll give it back to the Saints as Griffin checks into the game for the first time, giving a rest to Goodwin. 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Berger has it. Right back to Enfinger. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Griffin can't get a shot off, as there will be a foul call, I do believe. As that foul will go against Devin Terry, but because they are not in the bonus, no need to shoot free throws. That'll be the end of the third quarter. The score, a 20-point game. FC Boyd up 57-37 over Central Christian.
Proverbs 22:6. Train a child in the way he should go. When he's old, he'll not turn from it. But what if the mom training departs from the way because she's having her own meltdown? What's the best book on parenting? The Bible. It's trusting what we read as God's voice so that when he says, Debbie, allow me to change you so you can train your child, my reply is, yes, Lord, and not, but I'm the mom. Our strong-willed son Peter has made some unwise choices, but this same passion has led him to follow Jesus in a relationship and not religion. Whether it's the mom or the child, behavior change happens when there is a heart change. God changes heart. Peter yells, I'm not going to do what you asked. And then I morph into his age and yell, yes, you are, because I'm the mom. Success is seen when I say, why don't you just ask God about your answer? And then remove myself from the situation. Peter calls out later, Mom, I talked to God, and he said I should do the dishes. Who knew? God knows every day. For more encouragement, visit DebbieGriffith.com.
You're listening to Indiana SRN, home for God's Word 24/7 and sports.
Back live here. One last quarter of action in the first game of the semifinals as the Central Christian Saints take on the FC Boyd Christian Broncos. Brett Young alongside the birthday boy Keith Myers. It will be Enfinger with the ball, top of the key. Going up against the 2-3 zone. This pass is down low, intended for Bethel, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. That will be off of Robbie Selleck, staying here with Central. Stay tuned here as the next game we have Arthur O'Call taking on Evangel in a women's game that is sure to be one to please. 3-point shot long, as this will be off the left side of the rim. With the rebound is Boyd. Boyd comes up into the front court. As they're able to cross the timeline, it's double teamed. And almost stolen. And it will be. Almost taken back instead it'll be passed up. Berger, lay-in, 2, good. Berger brings it back within 18, 57-39. As it will now be in the hands of Robbie Selleck. Tried to work it up, but it'll be out of bounds. Off of Central. A full timeout will be taken by Boyd. And we'll go ahead and step away ourselves. 7:17 left here in a 18-point ball game.
Psst, it's me, your heart.
Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
Faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença.
57-39 as FC Boyd is handling this situation very well. It's now ball back in play, and here's Brent.
Central gets the steal, and it'll be worked up into the hands of Enfinger. Enfinger calls off the offense going up against the 2-3 zone of Boyd. Boyd has another substitution as Braxton Moody checks into the ballgame. Stolen here in the corner. That will be taken by Jaden Reno. Up into the hands of Tyler Pomales. He'll get it into the hands and shot up by Reno. No good. Enfinger back on the fast break. Gets it to Goodwin. Pass down low. Too hot to handle for Savory. That'll be out of bounds. Still 18 points. 57-39 is the score. Into the hands of now stolen by Berger. And that'll be a travel. That'll be a technical foul on Berger. And Berger will be done. Retaliation will send free throw shooters to the line. That'll be Blaine Wilson to the line to shoot the technical free throws. Hess will come into the lineup for Berger. First free throw is up, and that is off the mark for Blaine Wilson. Blaine Wilson at the line wearing the Jordan shoes with the Jordan jersey. Sizes up the second. And this one will, rim out. Almost down, but comes out. 6:34 left here in the ball game as Boyd finds themselves in a bit of a great circumstance heading into what might be another championship appearance. As they work it around, past top of the key into the right corner. 3-point shot is up and no good. As Robbie Selleck can't knock it down. Big rebound down low and passed. Blaine Wilson tried to put up a shot. Instead, it'll be out of bounds off of Boyd. Coming back to Central. Central has it now. Enfinger into the front court. Goodwin has it. Looks to work a cross-court pass and taken in. This time it's stolen. Into the front court. Robbie Selleck tries to pass it up. Saved by Goodwin, but they're going to say Goodwin was out of bounds. And it'll be on the baseline for Boyd. (57-39), 18-point ball game here. 6:03 left in the game. Wilson has it. Tries to go down low. It will be stolen by this Central team. Goodwin passes over. Savory shot up and in. Down to a 16-point game. 57-41. Out of bounds, but saved. Up quickly into the front court. Good cross-court pass. A little bit of an alley-oop pass. Shot up attempted there by Robbie Selleck is no good. And into the front court. Goodwin spots up for three. And this one's going to be off the back iron and tipped around and taken in with the rebound will be Blaine Wilson. Wilson picks it up. Will pass over cross-court to Tyler Pomales. Pomales almost, it's going to be 10-second backcourt violation. Enfinger walks around with a bit of a limp. As Blake Driver will check in for Boyd. And everyone has played for Boyd. 16-point lead. Enfinger brings it up into the front court. Passes over to Goodwin. Goodwin down low, Bethel. Bethel has the ball stripped from him. Gets it back. Underneath the basket. His shot up is no good. And it'll be out of bounds. 5:06. We got a full timeout by Central Christian Broncos. And we'll step aside ourselves. You're listening to the NACA National Tournament on Indiana SRN.
Hey, we're going to show you how to move.
Central. Shot up and in. Savory knocks down the 3. Now it's getting interesting, as it will be out of bounds. Just keeping it here with Central, as Boyd will put his starters back in. Buddy Majors has wholesale substitutions. Into the ball game will be Isaiah Blanton, as well as Tyler Beatty, Lane Cantrell, and Colin Stubblefield. Last second substitution, as the confusion was. Players trying to stay on the court, and that will be Blake Driver still out there. Great game so far. As Central, another baseline corner 3, knocked down by Savory and back down to a 10-point game. We saw a little bit of a comeback in game 1. Fell up short. Let's see if we'll see anything of the same here. Passes up, taken in by Driver. Goes around the key. Stubblefield has it. Stubblefield almost fouled by Enfinger, and they'll pass around right back to Cantrell. Cantrell back to Stubblefield. Stubblefield looks to go into the corner. That'll be it. Back to Stubblefield. Top of the key. Stubblefield goes back into the corner to Cantrell. Pass in the hands of Beatty. Beatty goes back to the corner. This will be a 3 by Blanton, and that one's knocked in and through. Big time 3 right there. Gets it back to 13. Enfinger has it. Down low to Bethel. Bethel uses his size, puts up the shot. That'll be a foul. Blake Driver picks up his first foul. Tired legs probably for this Boyd team. Fresh legs, I meant, but have been sitting on the bench for a while, as the first free throw is up and no good by Bethel. Second free throw for Bethel is going to be short, and it's going to sail off the mark. Coming back will be FC Boyd. 0 for 2 from the line. 2 crucial free throws. Down by 13 with 4 minutes left to go. Ball is being worked around the key. Blanton has it. Blanton looks to get separation. Good defense being applied by Savory. Worked around now, top of the key. Down low. As Blanton can't corral it, he'll grab it back and put it up and bank it in. Isaiah Blanton continues that. 5 straight points back in off the bench. Goodwin is going to knock down the left elbow 3. Back down to 12. 62-50. Blanton has it to Stubblefield. Right back to Blanton. Blanton will be called with a travel. Try to split 2 defenders. Instead it will be 62-50. Chance to get it underneath single digits. Ball will be passed around. Goodwin thought about a 3. Instead, another corner triple. This one by Savory is going to be short. Rebound by Stubblefield. Another push. No call. Into the hands of Blanton. Blanton up into the front court. 3 here by Beatty is off the mark, as it's now going to be taken. Bethel has it. He'll go up into the hands of Goodwin. Goodwin spots up 3. His shot is going to be rolling out into the hands of Bethel. Bethel back out to Savory. Another 3. This one's good. 62-51. 62-53. A 9-point lead so far, as there is a timeout on the floor.
Savory has hit 11 points in this quarter. Before that, he only had 3. So he's looking up with 2:49 to play, 62-53. Don't forget, we have games for you all day long, and we have a couple of championship games for you as well. And then tomorrow, the last 2 games of the tournament tomorrow, right here on Indiana SRN and the NACA TV and radio network. If you have any questions or comments about our broadcast, please let us know. Send us that email to Coach. That's coach@indianasrn.org or at info@indianasrn.org. We really appreciate your comments. Good, bad, indifferent. We just need to hear back from you. So we've had a lot of compliments around the state of Tennessee, but more around the states in the areas that we have been covering this whole entire national tournament.
Boyd has it. Boyd looks to work back. be passed up quickly into the hands of Isaiah Blanton. Blanton trying to get something going, and he will be fouled on top of the key by Enfinger. That is a 19 foul, so it should be the one in the bonus. Sending that to the line will be Blanton for 1-1. Remember, we've got girls action for you right after this game here. The final 2:38. Boyd in control the entire game. Blanton will not knock down the first, as it will now be taken by Bethel. Bethel up to Savory. Savory has been hot this quarter. Now it's Enfinger. Enfinger will hold now to Savory. Corner three, and that one's short. Rebound falls wide into Stubblefield. Stubblefield will have it up into the hands of Blanton. Blanton will have the ball and will be fouled by Savory. Blanton back to the free throw line. That's going to be the second foul on Savory, sending Blanton back to the line. He's shooting two. That's the 10th foul. The double bonus now. As the Saints knock down 10 in this one. First free throw now knocked through by Blanton.
6 points total. 7 points total in the quarter. Why Central Christian has scored 9, 11, and 14, 16.
Unbelievable. As the shot is swatted out of bounds, Stubblefield gets a hand on it, and he'll get it after the save by Blanton. Blanton could not retrieve the pass as it was hot to handle and knocked out of bounds by Goodwin. 2 minutes remaining. Winner moves on to the national championship. Boyd has it. Up into the hands of Beatty. Beatty worked around, now it's Blanton. Blanton back up top of the key will be Stubblefield. Stubblefield into the post, passes back to Blanton. Blanton has it. Worked around, they're wasting time. And like that, Beatty, pass intended for Cantrell, a little off the mark. Chance to pull within 8. Almost another travel called by Enfinger as he'll get it all the way up. His shot is up, no good. But he was called with a foul there. That will send Enfinger to the line for free throws.
Coach Majors will have gray hair at the end of this game. You don't need a foul. You just need them to run the clock, let them run their offense, and don't foul them. You're in control of this game.
Absolutely. As Enfinger at the line, shooting 2 free throws. On the court with him is Goodwin, as well as Savory, Bethel, and down low, Tyler Hess. Remember, earlier in this game, it was Berger who checked out with a intentional and a technical foul. Second free throw is missed. 64-53. 2 big misses there as Central has it. Worked around now. It'll be out of bounds for Boyd. Boyd will pass it up. Beatty right back to Blanton. Blanton will waste some time as they look to foul. Judkins has it now into the corner. As the clock didn't start. Clock did not start. The ref is telling him to put 1 minute on the clock. 64-53. Time is ticking down. 1 minute as head coach Buddy Major says to swing the ball. Instead, it's wide open down low as Beatty puts it up and in for 2. That is the stamp on a big win here by FC Boyd. Goodwin has it. Top of the key. He will pass over. Another foul. This will send Goodwin to the line for free throws. No idea why fouling up 13 in this one. As Goodwin looks to see, it's not the bonus yet. Instead, it will be passed in out of bounds. Worked it in. That's Enfinger. 43. 42-40. Now, the shot is up, and this one will be made. Another three-pointer made by Will Savory in a quick timeout as they try to figure out what's going on here. And it will be a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and step aside ourselves. Stay tuned here for the final 36 seconds on Indiana SRN as well as the NACA network. The final 36 seconds. It's a 10-point ball game as Boyd looks to move on into the national championship. Ball is passed in and another foul. This will send Blanton to the line for free throws as Savory will pick up his third foul. FC Boyd as Bethel resumes position. Now it is a 2 foul shots. 10 team fouls. First free throw will roll in for Isaiah Blanton. He's had a great night. And the second free throw will be short. Left it short, and then this will be worked around and taken. And if there was ever a doubt, it's now none. 13-point lead. 69-56, three-pointer off the mark. Judkins has it. No more fouls as Boyd will get it up into the front court. Almost stolen into the hands of another foul. As it will be Blanton back to the line. Puts it in, up 14. Blake Driver checks back in for FC Boyd.
Blanton has 11 points this quarter. And this might just do it.
Tipped out of bounds. Still playing defense, though, is Blanton. 11.4 seconds left. And a 14-point lead. Goodwin will cross the timeline. Spots up for another three. This one is short. Rebound. And they will stall out the final seconds of this game. Moving on to the NACA National Championship will be FC Boyd Christian Broncos. They win with the final score of 70-56 over Central Christian Saints. Stay tuned here as we bring you girls basketball after a quick post-game wrap-up on the NACA TV network as well as IndianaSRN.org.
May we never boast